Yes, wow, it is indeed an honor to be commentating next to Mr. Donald Mathipa.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Great Round Series, the last race of the year, organized by Global Athletics Club. This is the last race of the series. The race has already started, and the lead group just on the way, just before the 1 kilometer mark. Our time now is 1 minute and 20 seconds. The lead group just scattering all over the street.
I must say, Donald, it's a beautiful evening to run, eh? And I mean, the guys are going out. So, yeah, let's see. 10Ks, let's see if they can go sub 30.
Probably that is the time to be today here in the lead. You can see in the colors of Olifantsfontein, that is the bright yellow colors, that is Mtshali. And then we also see Temp also in the blue and orange color in the lead with Nedbank there. And still approaching the 1 kilometer mark. The time now 2 minutes. Just gonna see if they can break the sub 30 minutes, if they can run at a constant pace of 3 minutes a kilo. I can see Temp in the lead, and the far right, that is Busi from Temp running for Temp Athletics Club.
See some green team, they have the Nedbank guys just, following up. Also some Mr. Price and Transnet guys coming along there.
And here is the race director, Mailola, the founder of Global Athletics Club.
GreatRunSA series was established in 2007. We trademarked the names and we've been organizing since then. However, we want to see more support, and especially from our businesses perspective, and also to grow the brand as well.
And back to the race again. The masses just coming through. Still now, this is Makakani training partner to Ludik Mavolo. They train there in Kempton Park at the Barnard Stadium.
Donald, let's just talk about the course a bit. I mean, it's around Pilditch, the Pilditch area. What do you think? Is it a flat course? I just saw an uphill now. I don't know. What can we expect though?
To be honest, the area around Pilditch is very flat, and as you can see now, the guys are just starting to accelerate. They just gone past the 1 kilometer mark, the race pace. 3 minutes a kilometer. Should they maintain the pace, we're gonna see sub 30 minutes 00. From the far side next to the scooter, you can see the green colors, that is Mailola, the brother to Africa, and Mailola, the twins. And coming from back, you can see that is Aldous Baden Host, the on-farm Baden Host, training there with the likes of Mokoka and Levin Muzazi. Still number of people, about 700 runners entered today. In the lead, that is the men's race, Mtshali, Vusi, both of Tembisa running for Oliphants and Tembisa respectively. And on the right, you can see that is TT men, Nedbank chasing them. The race time 4 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yes, it is indeed looking interesting at the moment. The guys just trying to push the pace from the start, and it's a downhill, so it looks like we're gonna see a sub 30. I don't know, or am I talking a bit too early here?
And here comes Tutule Tseka, crossover from Vets University, the Gurus, and even the guys from Deep Slot are here to run the Great Run series, the last leg of the 2014 Great Run series in Pretoria, organized by Global Running Club with Mailola as the race director.
Let's just talk about the Great Run initiative though. Like, how many races are there per year, or is it only once a year? Because I mean, the name Great Run itself, I mean, it has some big stuff going on there, just the name itself.
Now they got about 3 races in the AGN route running calendar, and this is the last one for the 2014 year. So they have the first one somewhere way back in March, somewhere the next one in June, and that is the last one. And don't forget, they will also be hosting the first league race on the 3rd. That is on the 3rd, Saturday.
And the guys still pushing the pace. I'm sure they're approaching The 2 kilometer mark now is just under 6 minutes, 5 minutes 55 seconds into the race.
And they're just going at a pace of 3 minutes a kilometer. Still Tembisans leading the race. That is Fourie in the colors of Tembisa Athletics Club and Mtshali in the colors of Olifantsfontein. The guys train together. They are both trained by and coached by Johannes Gegana, comrade gold medalist and former SA marathon champion. And here comes the multitude of the guys doing the 6 kilometer fun run and walk for the day. See Irene colors just popping in there, one of the biggest clubs in South Africa and Gauteng North in particular. And they just gone underneath the bridge, just around the business, the industrial area around Pilditch. And here comes the leading lady, running in a temporary license, by the way, Jacguie van der Waals.
Jackie looking good, eh? I mean, where is anyone chasing her? I don't see anyone coming along there.
Still a comfortable lead by Jacguie here today. It looks like she's gonna take the race, and the race time is currently 7 minutes into the race. Expected finish time as of now could be something around 38 minutes for this leading lady. Jacguie van der Waals running in a temporary license. I think when you see a lady performing like this and running in a temporary license, it's time for the clubs to approach her, sign her up, be part of the team.
Now, talk about people like this, you know. She's a future prospect. I don't know her, honestly.
Yeah.
And wow, I must say, she's looking quite good. She's pushing the pace.
So you can see some of the front runners just cutting corners. They should something like a danger tape there to prevent these guys from cutting the corners, because sometimes really it affects the outcome of the race. So you find someone say, I ran a PB, but he didn't run the full course because he cut corners. And back to the lead group now, still the two Tembisan in the lead and approaching the 8 minutes, just approaching the 3 kilometer mark. The two guys just being followed by Sikhumbuzo Seme, the son of the well-known coach here in Gauteng North and South Africa, Seme, and with Collen, Mailola of Nedbank, also based in Tembisa, training with Mailola, still stuck in the leading men, Lucky and Fourie, both from Tembisa.
Donald, I mean, both from Tembisa, and you are from Tembisa. You are like the main guy in Tembisa. How do you feel? I mean, you know, leading the race.
It's always good to have the guys from Tembisa winning the races, especially these two guys in front here, because they are the ones who I train with sometimes. And Collen Mailola, a very big friend of mine. It's always good to see the guys. And back to the women's race, you can see Jacguie van der Waals, a veteran running in a temporary license. Where are the clubs to sign her?
Yes,
I mean, looking at the stride and the movement of her legs, how he swing the arms is quite good. Looks like it's gonna take this one. And as you can see on the other side, there are some of the boys doing the 6 kilometer fun run. And still in the lead is Mtshali, coached by Johannes Gegana. Now the lead group is just reduced to 5, and back to
Jacguie van der Waals.
Still looking strong. No sign of the second lady or any other competitor at the present moment. And the time now 9:23. Expected finish time, like I said, sub 38 minutes, if she can just maintain the pace to the finish.
We have 4 races next year. The first one is the 3rd of January. The second one, it should be on the 31st of May, which I'm going to postpone it. I'm going to change it to the 26th of May. Then we've got September next year, December as well. So we've got a big plans for that. Sponsorship is coming on board, hoping to get more sponsorship on board as well to grow the brand. And also to, you know, to advertise whoever is on board with the organization.
And still the Tembisan leading, but now the Nedbank athlete catching up there, Donald.
Yeah, you can see in the Nedbank now there is Collen Mailola, they call him Jacguie, and then the in Tembisa, like Mtshali from Olifantsfontein in the lead, controlling the pace. Looks like Fourie of Tembisa, the lap is slowing down a bit, and now Seme and his training partner there in the colors of TUT, they just close on the leading guys. It's now up to 5 men, and the winner will come out of this 5 men. They still have got about 20 minutes or so of running. Race time 10 minutes and 41 seconds. And back to the women's race, Jacguie van der Waals is still in the lead, and you can know that some of the competitors who are here today in the women's race, we got Miret Filmata, a very class runner, got a personal best of about 36 minutes in the 10 kilometers, but today just walking because she is pregnant, expecting her firstborn.
And as you can see now, our camera is just moving away now to see who's chasing these leading men down. And do you think we can expect a surprise or something? I don't know, Donald.
No,
you're the genius.
At the present moment, it looks like the gap is too huge, and the only winner will come from those 5 men we saw. And even in the women's race, as you see now, it looks like Jacguie van der Waals will take this one. And back to the leading men, looks like positional change now. In the lead is now Nedbank, closely chased by Sikhumbuzo Seme of Transnet, and the TUT guy also there. Looks like the Tembisans, the early race leaders, are now moving backward. Might be tired, or they're just getting to feel the pace now. And here comes the back guys coming from the back, just taking easy. Nice day in the office for them.
Seems like they're taking it easy, or that might as well have been the chasing group. But yeah, unfortunately, these guys went out very fast, and I personally think this will be a sub 30-minute race.
It looks like that is going to be a sub 30 minutes race. Here is Adrian Cronje from Nedbank, actually the manager of Nedbank out in North Club. And here they come, the first 5 men in the lead now is still Collen Mailola from Tembisa, training with Mailola, and Tseko of TUT, just moved to TUT, was previously with Tax. And then the other side, they're just taking their water. That is Sikhumbuzo Seme at the present moment. The 3 look like they are in control of the race. And in 4th place is the early race leader, that is Mtshali, and in 5th place, that is still Vusi of Tembisa.
I actually like what I'm seeing here. I mean, Jacob, you know, Tseko, he's a youngster, you know, he's still studying, and that's what I love, you know, guys pushing their studying and pushing the sport. You know?
Actually, running, you must, or athletics at large, or even sports, you must do sports and also further your studies, so that when your legs cannot carry you any longer, then you know that you are academically covered to look for a job elsewhere. And as you can see, the driving, the way he swings his arms and the legs, looks like he's gonna be a possible contender here today. Ntutu Letsega from Wits University also taking easy, but look at that guy cutting the corners. Looks like he's gonna need more tapes. Yeah, but look, this ones looks like they are just doing the 6-kilometer fun run, and they are still looking strong at the present moment. Race time 14 minutes. About 16 minutes or so, the leading men will be reaching the final destination, that is the Pilditch Stadium where the race started. Alpha Centurion, the guy from the Temp that organizes the Wally Hayward Marathon, just taking easy at the present moment.
And indeed, the route is quite flat out there. Yes, there is a few climbs, but it's not that much.
Yeah, you can see the colors of Transnet. Those are the young guys coached by Enoch Skosana, one of the legends who in South Africa at the World Champs. And still the colors of Olifantsfontein, running with AGN colors, scattering all over the route now. This is the lead group, 4 men. And they just dropped off Vusi of Tembisa Athletics Club, now lying in 5th place, about 50 meters back. Now Mailola, Collen, look like he's in control of the race. Seme there, and Tseko look like he's walking.
Oh man, that's a bummer. I mean, you know, halfway through the race.
Yeah.
Come on, Jacob.
Must just push up. Looks like maybe he's experiencing some muscle spasm or some hamstring. Even looking back, and at the present moment is still Collen Mailola leading the race. Our Spartan host ran his first marathon at the Fourie Marathon, where he ran sub 22 hours 29. Here is the comrade champion former champion Luik Mamabolo also doing some form of speed work in this race.
It's great to see legends like that coming out and supporting our local races as well.
And looking there at the present moment is still the guys from, just picked up, that is Teko, running again with the guys from Nedbank and the guy with temporary colors. Sometimes I'm just surprised that you see guys doing great in temporary colors and not running for a team. Positional change again, still Collen Mailola in the lead and Seme in second place. Sponge Seme, you remember, he was a top 5 finisher at the Mandela Day Marathon 2 years back.
Now talking about Seme, they usually have this big, middle distance camp during the December holidays where athletes actually flock to train. And I mean, he's one of the best coaches in South Africa. He's delivering such top athletes. What do you say about that initiative though? Do we need more sponsors on board, or what can we do, to get this camp even bigger?
Yeah, financial wise, we're gonna need some sponsors so that the guys who go there and even the coach get paid for the effort they are putting into those camps in developing athletes and making sure that the guys are ready for the track and field season in particular. But at the present moment, it's always good to show the guys the techniques, how to run, how to peak. And December, as we know, is all about building mileage for the track and field season that opens in January. And then as back to the race, you can see that Mtshali is now lying way back in 3rd place behind Sikhumbuzo Seme, who is now in line 2nd behind the overall race leader Collen Mailola. And still Collen Mailola leading the race. Looks like he's accelerating, but Sikhumbuzo Seme doesn't want to give up at the present moment. The title is just around the corner, and you've got about 12 minutes of running and some seconds will be seeing the 2040 GreatRunSA Series South Africa champion.
What I just love seeing is this beautiful running techniques, and yeah, the guys are pushing the pace now and it's looking good. Now, as I mentioned earlier about the camp, I mean, a guy like Seme, the son of the legend, Sponge Seme.
Yes.
And I mean, look here, he's looking so relaxed.
Yeah, because training with the likes of Mokoka Mzazis and under the eye of instead, he must always lead by example, show that his running and coaching is in the gene. So at the present moment, look at his driving and the way in which the strides are starting to move faster, his legs. So he might be the winner today. The race time is currently 18 minutes and 40 seconds, still got about 11 minutes or so of running. And let's see what's going to happen. And you see way back, that is the 3rd place man, like Mtshali of Temp, of Olifantsfontein athletic staff. So if he can catch up, that is another story.
And it's a downhill and the guys are pushing the pace. Seme pushing the pace now. And
Collen Mailola is lying in 2nd place. That is 19 minutes and 8 seconds. They are just accelerating. The pace is just up a little bit, courtesy of Sikhumbuzo Seme. Looks like the title now is in Sikhumbuzo's mind.
And yes, earlier we spoke to the race announcer Aaron Mabena. Let's hear what he had to say about today's event.
I'm told the route is fine, great. Attendance here is great. I see a lot of clubs, and I think people are in a festive mood. They are ready to celebrate, and the venue is so ideal. Lawn, green, Pilditch Stadium providing an ideal venue for an event of this magnitude. I'm told number-wise, we had about 700 participants across both races, that is 6 and 10. But from my side, I think great race indeed, and it will grow year on year.
And back to the race now. Sikhumbuzo Seme accelerating and consolidating his lead at the present moment. It looks like about 50 meters ahead of the 2nd place, Collen Mailola of Nedbank. Now the stadium is inside. 20 minutes and 15 seconds, about 3K or so of running, and he will be crowned the 2014 GreatRunSA Series 10-kilometer champion. This will be the last series race, the series of the year. that started way back in March, and they had the second one somewhere in May. And looking back, that is Collen Mailola, looking, just want to see where the third place man is. Collen Mailola, training partner of Ludik Mamabolo. Their training base is there in Barnard Captain Park, where they train about 2 hours a day, pumping up mileage.
Can Mailola catch up with Seme?
No. Mailola is all an endurance athlete, to be honest, and he got the speed. He is fit at the present moment, but you must remember Seme is a track and field athlete, run the steeplechase on the track, so that gives him an added advantage over the regular road runners like Collen and Mtshali. You can see Mtshali is still way back, coming up, and on the other side you can see the people just still going to complete the lap. 21 minutes and 25 seconds is our race time. Still Seme in the lead, and the second man coming up with a motorbike, that is Collen Mailola of Nedbank, Central Gauteng.
Now, Donald, as I'm looking to my left there, I see a lot of ladies jogging as well, you know, more socially though. I don't know, what's your opinion or what's your view on you know, more men or more women competing in these road races though? Who or how do you think it's a 50-50 thing, or is it still men, male dominated?
My opinion is that women are more health conscious than men. They like to live healthy lifestyle, and through sports, another way of promoting healthy living through running. Running is a very, very cheap sport. You just have to have your own techies, shorts, and hit the road. And then that way, and also meeting friends and making new friends along the road is one of the motivating factors that keep some of the guys coming running and just having fun out of their normal daily routine. And you can see this guy is just running without a temporary license that will result in an official disqualification. 22 minutes and 40 seconds, and as you can see the speed there, the lead man is about 1 minute and 8 seconds ahead. Ludik Mamabolo just going through, 1 minute and 23 seconds behind the race leader. Aldous Badenhorst, 1 minute and 33 seconds behind the race leader. And here comes the race leader, that is Sikhumbuzo Seme. Looks like they are just not far away from the stadium. 23 minutes and 15 seconds, just 2 Ks before he crossed the line inside the Pilditch track. Tseko from TUT going through in 10th place, 1 minute and 53 seconds behind the race leader.
It's just awesome to see Seme taking advantage of the downhills now.
Yeah, it's always when coming or approaching the race finish, whenever there's a down run, you just need to accelerate. But some people will tell you that they have a problem with the down run. If they try to accelerate, they cramp, but you can see he's still managing. And here is Victor Mabuza from Temp running for Oliphants. And here comes Makagane and Enoch Skies. Always good to see 10-kilometer races, because 10 Ks, I think everybody can do it.
That one looks fit. Looks ready.
Still Seme, 24 minutes and 14 seconds is our race time. Any moment now we'll be passing the 9-kilometer mark, and in 6 minutes time he should be crowned the 2014 race champion. Still in the ladies race, we still have Jacguie Waals leading the women's race. No challenge, and there is even no sign of the second place lady. Streamline, that is Sikhumbuzo Seme, passing the 6-kilometer fun runners and walkers, and way back in second place still Collen Mailola. You can see the bright color of Mtshali, Olifantsfontein, lying in third. 25 minutes into the race and 5 minutes before we crown the 2014 race champion. Fobians guys just taking easy. Early Christmas run for them. You remember the Fobians, they organized the Pretoria marathons, and they're one of the biggest team around here. They're also involved in a number of races here in Gauteng North.
I just want to take an exact guess, and I'll say it's 4 minutes 15 seconds. before the winner comes in.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you're gonna see sometimes you make a guess and he slows down along the way prior to the finish, but here still looking strong, but he's looking back at the second place Collen Mailola, who is about 50 meters behind, and just a little bit of a steep here, and the time now 25 minutes and 59 seconds. In about 3 minutes or so he will be in the stadium, just going under the bridge. And back to the women's race, that is Jacguie van der Waals still running in a temporary license. By the way, she is a veteran. You can see the age tag in front and the back of her running vest. Looks like the veterans are now in control of the races, and just made me think what is going on with our juniors and the seniors. When a veteran, for example, I know that they are training in their feet, but when a veteran wins the race overall, that leaves a lot of questions.
And I must say, she's looking quite relaxed.
Yeah, she is quite relaxed, but for a veteran running in a temporary license, surely she must be a club member somewhere. Race time is currently 26 minutes and 53 seconds. Expected winning time by our first lady here, Jacguie van der Waals, should be around 38 minutes. Still looking strong, and no sign of the second place women. And in the race, among the top contenders in the women's race, we got Brink, recently married and expecting her first child. Back to the men's race, time now 27 minutes and 19 seconds, about a kilometer left. Still Sikhumbuzo Seme in the lead and controlling the race pace. In second place, way behind, is Collen Mailola. Back to the women's race, the veterans leading the seniors and the juniors. 27 minutes and 38 seconds. 10 minutes or so for her of running still lies ahead before she can cross the line and be crowned, get crowned the 2014 race winner. Yeah, that is Mahlangu, the race walker, and also sometimes he's managed some of the athletes who come and run in South Africa. Surprised today is running, not walking.
Yes, Sipho Mahlangu.
Still the leading lady, Jacguie van der Waals, in the temporary license, also likely to be the first veteran home in the women's race.
And unfortunately, we've just lost connection with the leading camera there. But I'm sure we'll get back. We'll get back to you guys as soon as possible.
And still showing footage with the women's race, the women's leader, that is Jacguie van der Waals. And here comes some of our fun runners who did the 6-kilometer run this morning, just working our way up to the finish in Pilditch.
Just look at that arm swing now, Donald. I think, you know, you from Tembisa, and I mean, look there. What?
Yeah, she's in great form. That is why I'm saying, for example, when you're organizing a race, or some of the clubs with the gazebos, the club chairperson, secretary sitting there at the finish, when you see an athlete like her finishing without a club colors, you must just think, oh, how can I bring her to my team? Then she can be part of the team. It's also good for promotion of the teams and or the team's activities.
We do have confirmation now that Seme just won the race, and he went into Pilditch Stadium and won it in 29 minutes 25 seconds. For this time of the year, Donald, that's an amazing time.
Yeah, it's an amazing time. We must remember that from there he'll be hitting straight to the camp that starts on the 1st of December. And in second place we see that is Collen Mailola of Nedbank. Third place, Mtshali of Olifantsfontein coming through, and the fourth place man, that is Fourie. Back to the women's race, still Jacguie van der Waals leading the race, also the first veteran overall, just passing some of the 6-kilometer runners and walkers as she make way to the finish.
Come on, Jacguie, you're looking good.
Expected finish time by Jacguie, sub 38 minutes. Still looking good. Legs still moving, swing still strong. Just gonna see how long it will take for her to get to the stadium.
I must say, sub 38 minutes for a veteran lady, that is an amazing time indeed.
Yeah, you sometimes you must remember that some of the women, when the more they grow older, they do some form of cross training like cycling, training on the grass, and that also strengthen their keep them strength and endurance when coming to run at the races, especially cycling and running on the grass. So by the look of things, she's a person who is training regularly. The fact that she is running in a temporary license doesn't mean that she doesn't train, but you can see she's fit. Looking at her watch now, you can see that the title is in the bag. 31 minutes and 6 seconds. Still Jacguie leading the women's race. No sign of the second lady home, passing some of the 6-kilometer fun runners and walkers in the process.
And yes, well done again to Sikhumbuzo, Seme, the son of the legendary Mr. Sponge Seme. I mean, he's a track athlete, so what can we expect next year? I'm so looking forward to 2015 if this is the times that the guys are running inland.
Yeah, the thing is, with the SA Championships coming to Pretoria, I think he's likely to be in that team there. You must remember that Sikhumbuzo was also selected to represent South Africa at the Southern Region Half Marathon in Windhoek. That is 2 months back, where they did a team prize, South Africans, and they were won the half marathon champs. Those Southern Region half marathon champs were won by the guy from Klerksdorp running in the class of Nedbank, that is David, that is Jewel Money. Still back to the women's race, we see Jacguie van der Waals controlling the race. The 2 minutes and 14 seconds is our race time. She's likely to be crowned a 2014 Great Run Series 10-kilometer champion and the first veteran overall, passing some of the 6-kilometer runners. You can see them starting to accelerate. You can see the stadium inside.
What I just like, I mean, she's been focused from the start, and it's amazing to see. Wow, it's actually like poetry in motion for me.
Yeah, 32 minutes and 44 seconds is our race time. Still looking strong. That is Jacguie van der Waals running in a temporary license, also passing our fellow runners doing the 6-kilometer fun run and walk. In second place, we don't see the sign of the second lady, but we know that Mailola mother, who is now expecting firstborn, is working the 10-kilometer race. Can Mailola come back? But we never knows. Here are some of the 6-kilometer runners just taking it easy and now going down run. That is Jacguie still controlling the race.
And we still about 4 or 5 minutes left in this race, and I mean Jacguie looking so good. Last kilometer and a half or so.
Yeah, last kilometer and a half or so at the present moment. That is Jacguie still controlling the pace. You can see them with the 6-kilometer runners just walking. Don't care about running. All matters is about finishing the race to them,
yes,
and just keeping in fit. And Jacguie accelerating. Looks like the pace, the tempo of the pace is just up. She can see that she is gonna take the title today. 33 minutes and 54 seconds is a race time. Just going down underneath the bridge. From there is all 1K to go to the finish. Passing some of the 6-kilometer runners. Jacguie likely to be in the top 20 overall by the way she's running.
What I also love is just the people walking, and I mean it's the festive season, you know, so people have this hunger and just this, you know, this vibe to keep fit.
Remember that some of the people, it's not about competition, it's all about finishing the race. So for all of those other guys doing the 6K, is what matters most to them is getting the finish, get that medal and get that goodie bag. That is what matters to them. And they are some of the people we ignore most of the time as race organizers, but here today, Jacguie leading the women's race, 34 minutes and 45 seconds. Looks like the title will be in Jacguie's bag. Yeah, running today is Jacguie, you know, one of the best road race organizer here in Fourie North in South Africa. And then you can see Jacguie still leading the race. 35 minutes and 5 seconds. The stadium is just around the corner, and the title is in her bag.
From the start to the finish, looking good. Clubs, please, I mean, you know, temporary license. I hope to see her in some good club colors next year.
Yeah, it's always good to read. Some of these races is where you can recruit new club members to be part of your team, especially those who are running in temporary colors.
And I just saw her checking her watch, and I must say she looks like she's on PB pace here, you know, so it's a personal best at this time of the year. I'm happy for her. Donald, what do you have to say about running a personal best in December?
No, it's always good to run personal best because it shows that your training is going right and you are achieving some of your targets, even if though it might take time.
The race was very nice. It was flat and fast, so my experience with it, I really enjoyed the race. The first 5 kilometers was too quick. You were too fast, and then the second half it was very nice because I just went with my pace for the whole race. Then the second half I told myself, you know what, it was too quick the first half, so I just have to maintain my pace and keep forward. It went as I planned because when I planned that I will stay behind then until the last case, because my aim came here. I was not training for the whole week this week. I was just joking because I was injured. Last week I was running the Mandela race, so I get injured there. So I told myself I just came here to jog. So my aim was to stay behind and maybe run fast the last one case. So I end up staying with the pack, and then they were too quick. Then they went tired so quickly after 5 kilometers. And then I went after it was 7 Ks, and then I went forward and I end up winning the race.
And here comes the race leader, the women's race leader, Jacguie van der Waals, in a temporary license, the first veteran home and the overall leading lady in 37 minutes and 20 seconds. Indeed, she's going for a personal best.
Yes, can she run sub 38 minutes here, Donald? And I mean, she's pushing the pace now.
And you can see she's looking at the watch now. She can see that she's going for a personal best, and even the pace is up from better and better. Jacguie van der Waals, 37 minutes and 42 seconds, just going at the top of the field now, sprinting, flying now to the finish, knowing that the personal best and the win is in her bag.
Just look at that final sprint. I mean, it's like a 100-meter race that she just ran now.
And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Great Run series brought to you by Backtrack with me, Donald Mathipa.
And myself, Reginald Hufkie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please do enjoy the interviews with our winners, with both of our winners, Jacguie and Seme.
The race was well organized, I think. I haven't had any complaint, and I hope not to hear any complaint. But yes, everything went according to plan, and we could do better from here.
My plans next year, I'm not sure about cross country, but at least if I qualify for Southern Regions 21 kilometer, and if possible, maybe going to the world of 21 Ks.
Ja, as 'n PB en ek het die regte tyd beplan nie, maar ek's baie gelukkig daarmee, dankie. Dit was baie lekker wedloop, dankie. Dit was baie lekker, redelik plat, lekker weer, so dit is baie lekker, dankie. So verseker terugkom en ek sal kyk of ek my tyd kan verbeter.